Fletcher opens his eyes to a quiet room and realizes Zoran has returned. His master has shifted form. Instead of appearing in the sky, he now manifests within Fletcher's ribcage, expanding with every inhale. This diagram shows how that internal presence rewires normal human perception. Standard physical senses give way to 5 inner nodes: a quiet light behind the eyes, a subtle hum in the throat, a cooling nectar at the crown, a knowing word in the chest, and a steady pressure in the heart. Look closely at the center of the chest. The rhythm has become autonomous, driven by an intelligence that breathes the body. Awakening involves the migration of the guide from the external world into the physical architecture of the seeker. This shift changes how Fletcher perceives himself. He stops identifying as the flesh and bone, viewing himself instead as an ancient entity wearing the body as a temporary suit. Here we see the human vehicle broken down into 3 distinct layers: physical matter, energetic pathways, and the soul's causal blueprint. Notice the glowing thread. This is the breath, stitching these bodies into one functional organism. Viewing the body this way changes the experience of physical sensation. Fletcher registers discomfort or pain as a minor adjustment of the seams rather than a personal crisis. Once the body is demoted from an identity to an instrument, the seeker becomes a frictionless vessel for a higher power to drive. We have to look at how this internal shift translates to external reality, specifically when Fletcher faces real-world conflict. He operates through a quality called softness. This provides a specific type of strength. By becoming permeable, Fletcher allows the infinite to move through him without encountering resistance. This permeability leads to clean action, a movement or choice that completes itself immediately, leaving no karmic residue or emotional distortion in its wake. When Fletcher enters a highly charged conflict, he avoids the friction of defense or argument. He speaks a single, aligned sentence, and the tension immediately dissolves, because the action was totally free of ego. He maintains this clarity using the dragon's gaze, seeing through defensive personas to recognize the soul hiding beneath the armor. Operating through softness proves that true power requires no force. By aligning with the world perfectly, conflict disappears upon contact. As these frictionless interactions become constant, the boundary defining where Fletcher ends and the world begins starts to wear thin. The distinction between the actor and the environment dissolves. This grid visualizes the vanishing edges of individual identity. It reveals a structural reality where trees, air, and other people function as a single organism. This is the field of one. Within this unified field, Fletcher encounters Zoran's final revelation. The master never left because he was never a separate entity. Zoran is Fletcher's oldest form. The seeker was never hosting a dragon. He is a dragon who had temporarily forgotten his own nature. The spiritual journey leads to the realization that the self and the divine are the exact same entity. The purpose of this awakening goes beyond personal peace. It turns the human being into a portal. In this state, the human functions as a transparent doorway, allowing infinite intelligence to enter and stabilize the physical world. This realization culminates in the blessing. The master bows, acknowledging the student as an equal expression of the same light. The dragon then falls silent. This transition occurs because the human has now become the voice of the divine. As the human dragon steps into society, reality clarifies around him. The space surrounding his body calms and reorganizes to match his internal coherence. True awakening is the beginning of the real work, walking the world to reshape reality through the clarity of your presence.